I'm not trying to fix it. I'm just trying to help one person at a time. So even if I help one child a year, that's fine. You have to be very, I guess, very clear about your vision when you get into this work. You cannot, I mean, like you said, you could really get lost and be like, this is hopeless. Like, you see like these corporate nonprofits will pay they raise millions of dollars, and they pay millions of dollars to celebrities to become ambassadors so they can bring in more money, and very little work gets done.
And she goes, at that moment, I had my head covered with my hands, and I immediately thought, wait a minute, I've been through training. I know what to do. And she goes, I became completely calm, and I turned to my boyfriend and I said, when the shooting stops, we have got to get out of here. And he said, no, we'll be safer here, because they were in a group of people in front of the stage. And she said, no, I know what to do. When the shooting stops, I'm leaving with or without you. And he said, okay. So when the shooting stopped, they jumped up, grabbed hands, and took off running. And she said, I believe it's your training that told me what to do, because so many people right where we were killed that day, because that's where he was shooting at everyone in front of the stage.
And if I am, overwhelmed past my ability, not taking care of myself, I cannot be present in those conversations. I cannot represent the company well. I cannot make any strategic decisions that are going to help move the company forward. And so I realized that, and I kind of do the same thing, Steve, is try and go camping as much as I can and leave my phone at home. Go on a hike, leave my phone at home. Because if I have it with me, if it buzzes, I'm there,
Recognize that there are, particularly right now, a lot of people probably going through something similar to you, and go find those people in those groups and learn from them. Because it's if you make it a solo job, it'll be miserable and you'll probably be less successful. Recognize that if you've raised money and started to hire a team, your job first and foremost is people management, which is a horrific term, but it is making sure everyone understands what we are trying to do, and then making sure that people are in the right places to be the most successful in what they can do well towards that goal.
So he made sure the judge, he had us go before the court.
Oh, he did.
We got fined $250. The cool thing of that, we learned a lot. Never stole again. Never wanted to. Never would. He never told our mom. Never told our siblings. He just shamed us so much, which shamed ourselves, that we never did it again. But I always thought that was cool. Like, Dad never told Mom or our brothers and sisters. It was I know, it's an interesting reflection on how he participated with us. I remember that with my own boys growing up. Like, if they screwed up, it's like, this doesn't have to go viral. Let's just take care of it in our family and let them know how disappointed we are.
And we need to have a good feeling that founder is going to surround themselves with other people that can help them, because there's not one founder that can do everything. There's smart, brilliant people, but everybody can't do everything. So we try to assess whether that person is going to be a good listener, a good learner. They're going to be flexible. They're going to know what they don't know. And they're going to be team players and share.
I think cannabis is hot and sexy and trendy, and everybody wants to be in cannabis. So it's like, for me, my advice is, the industry needs good people. So you got to figure out what you're good at already, and how can you scale that, or if you're trying to get into cannabis with no experience, you got to tell cannabis, this is what I can do for you. This is the skill sets I can bring to this industry, and I'm adaptable, and I can make money in this industry. So,
and sometimes it's a matter of the co-founders butting heads during the call or a meeting. Both of them are trying to be in control, and even though they're both co-founders, typically one has got to be the CEO, one has got to be the lead person, and the other has got to take a little bit of a back seat.
I've only taken maybe 10 trips maximum throughout since then. I only do it maybe once or twice a year, and it's only usually when I have a decision that I need to make, or I need guidance in something. And so normally the decisions are pretty big, and I have left jobs or chosen to do something else or worked on a relationship with, you know, family or friends. Like,
no, you're exactly right. And, you know, a common response I've had, well, I appreciate people that are, you know, passionate about causes, is I say, listen, your employer is probably not the best vehicle or vessel to go, you know, fight for these causes that you believe in. So, you know, you want to go join a march, you want to go join a cause, like that's great. But, you know, to ask your employer to do that on your behalf, I think is not the best use of one's employment.
So before you do and start anything, get so deep into that negative visualization is whatever you are thinking of doing is not going to work, is absolutely going to fail. And then get into it and feel how you are feeling emotionally, how you're going to survive that financially, who is going to be what, and what is going to be your plan B. Have that sorted out before you take your next step.
But the Republicans, you know, Cory Gardner, one of our former senator from Colorado, he put out a great bill, which is a Republican-led measure years ago. It didn't go anywhere, but I think it was representative of Republican philosophy about cannabis. It's about personal freedom. It's about states' rights. It's about jobs and criminal justice reform. Let's not waste money on something that's not causing terrible effects on society.
Well, let's just share the honest journey. And also, you know, my family is Mexican. I'm Mexican, like my dad is Mexican. And it's like, it's really important for me to show as a Mexican woman that it's possible for anyone to do it. And I want to be honest about the journey too, that it's not easy and there's not the rose-colored glasses, but that it is possible if you have, you know, grit and some problem-solving skills when, you know, shit hits the fan.
Just having the title of CEO, it can be a really tough job. It can be a really unrewarding job. You know, things I work on take years to get that, for me to check that box and say, all right, I actually accomplished something. So if you don't like the day-to-day, if you don't really like what that job entails, there might be a better position there.